Hello! So I thought I would just come on and tell you a little bit about how we manage our winter grazing. This is the horses grazing the standing hay in the late fall, and they've been grazing that standing hay for maybe a month. They get hay on the side, so this isn't the only forage they have, but they're very happily eating it. And then eventually the deep snow will come and cover this over, and they won't be able to access this anymore. They're still out there pooping and peeing, and we don't use any inside bedding. You can see here they'll take shelter behind the windbreak when the weather's bad, but otherwise we feed our hay out on the pasture. And then when the snow starts to melt away again in the spring, that standing hay is again revealed. Now they'll still graze it in the spring a little bit, but it is degraded in quality, kind of similar to when people soak their hay, right? It's had a lot of the nutrients leached out of it, and so that standing hay in the early spring is pretty low in quality, which is actually perfect for easy keepers and what they need to survive on. They don't need a lot of high nutrition hay, so it's really a benefit to them in that early spring season. But here I've got another video in the works that is going to talk about the different seasons, how we plan out our grazing for the different seasons. We use standing hay quite a lot, and it takes a little bit of planning, but it is well worth it. We have really cut our hay bill. We really only feed hay in the deep snow seasons, and then in like April, May, June, when the grass is too lush for them to graze. We pull them off the grass in May and June so that they can't access those areas anymore, and let the grass recover, let it grow mature and fibrous, and then it's ready for them to graze again. So to wrap things up, in the spring, when the ground begins to thaw, we pull them off the winter grazing areas before things get too soft and before things begin to regrow. The horses go back on their track laneway for the balance of the spring and early summer with full access to hay. I hope this was helpful, and feel free to follow along. I'll be sharing more on winter grazing planning and the whole year review in future videos. Thanks for being here.